Okay, hi everyone. So, it's Christmas time, and the number one thing I'm excited about for Christmas is getting a new phone because, right now I am looking in the mirror at myself because my microphone doesn't work when my phone's on selfie mode. So, it's been a really long time since I posted a video. Just been demotivated about filming, not really any inspiring projects that I want to work on camera, but a couple of days ago I kind of got in the designing mood and I designed a green Christmas dress that's sort of 50s inspired, like a 50s ball gown inspired look. So anyway, I am here at Joann's, and I am also going to go to another fabric store if I can't find anything here to pick out the fabric. And hopefully I am motivated to film this process so that I have like a good Christmas video to post. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, honestly, it's a lot easier just to talk in this mirror, so I'm going to talk in the mirror. I only found one color of the type of fabric I wanted, so I want sort of like a chiffon sheer fabric in kind of a like emeraldy green. But I also want to do two tones, so I want to have a different tone for like a sash. I mean, you'll have seen the picture by now, so you'll get what I'm saying. I only had one color in Joann's, and I'm not even sure if there's enough on that bolt, so I'm gonna go to the other fabric store. They usually have pretty good prices. This polyester chiffon was about $6 a yard, so if I can beat that and get two different tones, I will be a happy camper. Okay, so here's what I decided on. I got it's a light green kind of shimmery sheer fabric, sort of like an organza-y type fabric, and then I got this polyester green chiffon. Now they were having a sale, so this all came out to only be $30, and I got 5 yards of each. So my plan is to have a white lining and then just a white cotton lining, and then I'm gonna have this, and then I'm gonna have this over so that the shimmer sort of shows through the chiffon. So that's kind of my my plan right now. Anyway, I have to go to Joann's to get the white cotton, and then I should go home and start working on the pattern. I know that the white looks really exciting, but what's really the most exciting about this adventure is that I got coupons. I love when Joann's gives you coupons. It's just so nice. Anyway, so now we've got our 3 layers needed for the dress. I ended up only getting, how many yards? God dang it. 3 yards of this because I'm gonna cut the, I think I'm actually gonna make a separate petticoat for the like lining of the skirt, because obviously this is see-through. So for the lining of the skirt, I'm just gonna make it a separate petticoat. That way if I ever make a dress that's similar, I can use this instead of like a new, having to do a whole new lining. But that is for future Izzy to work out. So anyway, with all of our fabric stash ready to go, we are gonna go home and make a pattern. Okay, so excuse the mess. I've been working probably for 2 hours now figuring out the pattern. So what I did is started kind of drawing out the shape that I wanted it to be. So I want it to be high in the front, kind of dip in the back a little bit. Then I drew out the 2 pattern pieces that I need. So I'm gonna do 1 front piece. This is half of it, so 1 front piece and 2 back pieces. So here's the pattern. I did a side closure option and a back closure option, and I decided to go with the back closure option. So this is 1 front piece. It's going to slightly dip down at the very front and then kind of come up towards the back a little bit, come down towards the back, so it matches my waistline and also has a dip in the back. So I transferred this to what do you call this, tissue paper, and I had this extra fabric for making my sister a homecoming dress. So I think what I'm going to do is cut it out of this as a mock-up, because this is the only fabric I have enough of to cut this, and then maybe I'll make this into like a little costumey corset thing later. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now, and I will keep you updated. Okay, so I've been sewing for about 4 hours now. I just cut out my pattern and put it all together. Like I said, I used the extra fabric I have, and since I hate wasting fabric, like I hate doing mock-ups and then just throwing them away, I always like to kind of make them into something else that I can use, or theoretically use. So anyway, I just want to show you kind of what I did to turn my mock-up into something usable. Ignore the mess. Okay, so here's what we have. This is my pattern. This is exactly how I wanted my bodice to be. I actually am super happy with the result. I don't think I need to make any changes. So the two things that I did differently on this that I will change when I do the actual bodice is, first off, there's not going to be this place where I'm going to add eyelet holes on the actual bodice. It's going to be a little bit longer. There's going to be kind of a flap coming out here, and it's going to close together, overlapping with hooks. The next thing is this part, which I am about to fell stitch up to finish it off, is not going to be finished that way. It's actually going to be attached to the skirt. I am actually considering, now that I realize how easy and nice this looks, to leave the top, the bodice and skirt separate on the dress, and just kind of have them as separate pieces that maybe hook with a few hooks and eyes together or something like that. So anyway, hopefully by the end of the night I'll have this all fell stitched down, and then I'll be able to do the little eyelet holes right here, and then this is going to be kind of a cute little corset top, or something I may use as part of another dress in the future. So when I'm done with this, I will put it on and show you how it looks. Okay, so here's the deal. I changed my plan a little bit. So this is my mock-up, my completely done mock-up of the bodice, and I actually ended up liking this a lot better than I thought. There wasn't a lot of changes I needed to make, so I decided that I'm going to use this black fabric for the bodice, covered in the light green organza, and it comes out to a really nice color. So my new plan is to make a petticoat out of this extra black fabric I had for the skirt part, and then make a separate skirt out of this, and that way it'll have a black underlayer and the light green overlayer. And I can also use this petticoat for other things. So that's what I'm working on right now, and then hopefully by the end of this week I will be able to cover it all in that. Okay, so luckily this was the perfect width to use the selvage edges, so I just sewed these together at the side seams, and I didn't need to finish them, so I just pressed them open. I don't know if you can even see. So my next step is going to be to cartridge pleat this. Since this is black and I don't have any white chalk or anything like that, I just pinned every inch, so I'm just going to use a heavy embroidery thread and go up and down through these, and then pull it tight, and then we will go with the next step. Okay, so it is the next morning, and it's much better to film in daylight, so hopefully the camera picks everything up better now. Last night I did all of my running stitches for my cartridge pleats, so I will link a video below on how to do cartridge pleats. I don't want to demonstrate it, it's pretty easy. It's just running stitches, 2 rows of running stitches, and then you pull it tight and it kind of goes like that. So I have that done and ready to go, and what I'm working on now is I'm gonna leave pocket slits at the side seams because I want to be able to use this petticoat for not just this dress but also like my historical stuff. So I'm kind of making it a mix between a Victorian petticoat and an 18th century petticoat. That way it kind of works with both. Obviously no one's going to see this on the outside, so it won't really matter, but that's why I'm leaving the pocket slits, so that I can use like 18th century pockets later, or maybe attach Victorian pockets to it at some point. So I'll show you what I did with the other one, and then maybe I will, if I feel like it, I will film doing the second one. So on the area of the pocket, I basically fell down. So the slit's going to be 8 inches. So I fell down about 9 inches just to give it a little bit, make sure it holds better. And then I did some edge stitching with just running stitches along the sides so that it kind of stays pressed nice and flat. So if I am in a good mood doing the other one, I will film it so that you guys can see. Okay, here's the deal. So I cut open the back slit. What's happening here? Oh my gosh. Okay, cut open the back slit, but I'm not sure if I'm going to need to make it longer, so I just basted it down because I really only need to know the length of the like the length of this to the waistband. So as long as I have this folded over, why won't this focus? Oh my gosh, it's fine. So my next step is going to be to gather the cartridge pleats down and attach it to my little waistband right here. Really wish this would focus. Okay, so here's my method of attaching this waistband. I pinned it at the halfway point and the end points, and then I pinned it halfway between those points and then halfway between those points. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pins, and then I'm just gonna gather it down and kind of fiddle with it until it looks good. Okay, so I didn't film doing the cartridge pleating because this is my first time and it was a little bit tricky to figure out, but basically each gather right here at the bottom is just whip stitched to the waistband like this. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, so it's whip stitched to the waistband like this. I left 1 inch of flat space where the pocket slits overlap, and then I also left about 1 inch of flat space at the very front, just so there's a little bit of a back heavy silhouette because I think that looks a lot better. For the closures, I just folded the extra bit of waistband over, and then I felled it all around. I added hooks and eyes. And then this was actually, it's a little bit too big right here, so I added some thread bars so that I can hook a little bit tighter if I need it to. And then, what else? the hem, I literally just felled it down. So what I did was the first fold, so it's folded up twice. The first fold, I changed it so that it's longer in the back and shorter in the front by a little bit. So the first fold is 1 inch in the front and only 1/2 inch in the back. Izzy!
Wait, can I see that?
Yeah, but let me finish explaining first.
Wait, I took the entire.
Okay. Oh my god, can I just finish explaining? Give me like 5 seconds. Okay.
Oh my god, it's Mom.
Wow, everyone feels like being in my video today, you guys. Ah! Leslie, can I just finish explaining, please?
Jesse, stop walking through all my dirt. Oh, sorry, I didn't even know.
Stop. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Well, let me see.
I will when I finish explaining. And then at the very longest part in the back, the first fold is only 1/4 an inch, and then the second fold is shut up. The second fold is 1 inch, so that the hem is the same width, but it is a little bit longer in the back. So that's that, and I will show you how the whole thing looks on right now. Okay, hi everyone. Excuse the appearance. I just got up and took a shower. But before I got dressed, I wanted to show you kind of how the underlayer is going. So I am now completely finished with the under part of the bodice. So this is the part that has all the boning in it. And then I'm also finished with the petticoat. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just see my face. Now what I'm going to do is overlayer the bodice, so literally cut this same pattern again and just sew it onto the top and the bottom with the green, what would you call that, organza, and then I just have to make another skirt to go over the top of this black skirt, but this is going to be a lot easier because that skirt is going to be made completely by a sewing machine since it's not going to have to be historical at all. So I just want to show you how the fabric looks over this. So this is going to be just very flat. Over the top like that, with no wrinkles hopefully. We're going to shoot for that. And then for the skirt, it's just going to be a big gathered skirt like this over the top, and then hopefully I have enough fabric to have a big sash. So it's going to be a big sash like this with a big bow in the back. So that is the current plan right now. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It looks just like my picture. The back isn't as low as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit more dipped, like a lot of Audrey Hepburn's like dresses that look like this, but it didn't turn out that way, and I didn't really want to do it again because it's like a week till Christmas and I'm running out of time. So, anyway, hope you like this little update. I think I'm actually going to end the video here, and then in my next video, I will show like doing the overlayer part of it so that it's not so long, because I think this video is only going to be like 20 minutes. So I think I will end it here, and I will see you guys in the next video where I do the overlayer and the final reveal of the dress.